I'm sure you're familiar with this clip of Coco Jones.
I'm really goofy and like regular. I don't like to be like, hi guys, so da 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 da. Yes, I did that. And you would do it too for a check. I was an employee and I was gonna get employee of the month and that's on period. So yeah.
We may have been introduced to Coco Jones as this, but this is her now.
I put you on, baby. Don't play with me. Don't play with me.
So if you're wondering how we went from Disney Channel star to viral meme sensation to recent Grammy award-winning singer, then pay attention because this is a deep dive into the troublesome career of Coco Jones. Hi everyone, my name's Trey Gotzi and I do pop culture videos. I talk about all things pop culture, all your favorite celebrities, clock all the tea. So if this is your first time seeing my face, then please be sure to subscribe. Make sure you turn on the bell to be notified every time I post videos. I graduate college soon and it would be amazing if you guys could help me by subscribing so that I don't have to get a real job. Cause clock it. Who wants to work a 9 to 5? Also, a plus of subscribing now is that if I do blow up, you have bragging rights and you can say, I was here first. So don't let that opportunity pass you by. Be sure to subscribe. We're so close to 500 subscribers, so if you guys can help me reach that goal, I will be forever thankful. But let's go ahead and jump right into the wild, wild career of Coco Jones. So let's go ahead and jump right into the early life of Coco Jones. Courtney Michaela Ann Jones was born on January 4th, 1998 to NFL player Mike Jones and session vocalist Javonda Jones. Now, Coco was raised just 25 miles outside of Music City, which is Nashville, Tennessee, if you didn't know, in a little town called Lebanon, Tennessee, which is very close to me, which is kind of crazy. So it kind of makes sense that Coco had an interest in music at a young age, including the fact that her mother was also a singer. So since Coco began singing at a young age, she was doing anything to get noticed. She was going to local talent shows, she was singing at school, around her friends, with her parents. She's even mentioned before that she would sing and her mother would record it and help burn CDs for her to give out to people trying to get noticed. It wasn't long before Coco Jones auditioned for a little show called Radio Disney's Next Big Thing. Now, if you're not familiar with Radio Disney's Next Big Thing, it was a big show at the time because at the time that Coco auditioned, it was 2010. She was around 12 years old. She auditioned for season 3. But let me explain to you, if you don't know what this is, from someone who is Gen Z myself and grew up with the show. So the first few seasons of the show were like a competition. It was almost like American Idol. You could compare it to, where it was like young, unsigned artists were shown off on the Disney Channel each week, and each week people would vote for who gets to advance the next round up until they crown a winner. Now, in the later versions of the show, which I also remember as I was like aging out of watching Disney, but it was like more established artists who got like a spotlight on Disney Channel, and there were big names on there. Okay, let's clock it because Camila Cabello was on there, Fifth Harmony was on there. I feel like I remember Shawn Mendes being on Radio Disney's Next Big Thing. They also had Becky G, Why Don't We? They had a lot of like notable names on there. B. Miller. Just a lot of like notable names on there. But anyways, that's just goes to show that like Coco Jones auditioning for the show and being cast on the show helped her make a name for herself. So this leads us to the rise of Coco Jones. Now, like I said, Coco competed on the 3rd season of Radio Disney's Next Big Thing, where she did not win. She just placed as a runner-up, but that was enough to get her on Disney's radar, and she ended up signing a deal with Hollywood Records, which, if you don't know, is Disney Channel's record label, which a lot of previous Disney stars were signed to, like Miley Cyrus, Selena Gomez, Demi Lovato. All of them were on Hollywood Records at some point.
It's a very, very special day. Coco, do you want to do the honors and tell everyone what is going on?
Today, I am signing with Hollywood Records.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited.
Signing the dotted line for a record deal.
I'm so happy.
This would lead to Coco Jones making guest appearances on some Disney Channel favorites like So Random, Good Luck Charlie, and I don't know about y'all, but I have this like vivid memory of Coco Jones like performing in this almost like Nicki Minaj-esque outfit on Shake It Up. But when I did research for this video, I could not find her credited to like any episode of Shake It Up or being casted in it. Okay, so while editing this video, I found out that it was like a mini series in between where it was like promo songs or dancers in between like commercial breaks, and Coco Jones was featured on this, and she was singing a song from her role in Let It Shine to promote the movie. So all of these guest appearances led to Coco Jones finally nailing a lead role in a Disney Channel original movie called Let It Shine. Now, Let It Shine also features Tyler James Williams, who plays Gregory in the show Abbott Elementary, which is huge right now if you didn't know, but he starred along Coco Jones in her leading role, and in this movie she sang, she danced, she really showed her star power and certified that she was talent-wise up there with all the other Disney girls and proved that she had a spot at the top. And she proved that she really could be Disney's next it girl. And the movie performed very well. The movie was extremely successful, and the soundtrack slaps. In case you guys aren't familiar, you should definitely go watch that movie and listen to the soundtrack. Like I said, this movie was Coco's breakout moment, and a lot of people really started to take notice of her talent and her skill here. And Coco herself even said that this was supposed to lead to opportunities for a sequel movie of Let It Shine and even her own Disney show, which never quite came to fruition. And I'll let her explain what happened here.
So let's talk about what happened after. So after Let It Shine, there was supposed to be a Let It Shine too. Point blank and period. Point blank and period. The writer wrote it, and I'm not trying to call nobody out. Whoever didn't want to do it, it didn't go. Like, I don't know if it was, I don't know who it was that didn't want to be a part of it, but it was done. So either it was the channel that just decided not to pick it up, which that's normal. Like, things like that happen. Just because you had a great show doesn't mean they're going to do another one, but there was plans. So I was waiting for that to go through. Okay, that falls through. Next, y'all, I was supposed to have a TV show. I thought I was gonna be the next Raven in my mind. This is what I was thinking. Keep in mind, I'm a regular girl. Like, I just dropped out of freaking school for this. Like, I don't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, my people, we don't know anything. So yeah, they're like, you're this amazing star. Like, oh my God, like, your talent. You're supposed to have a TV show. All right, cool. I'm believing this. So, like, I can even recall, like, being in this room looking around at, like, the heads of all of this. Like, I was like, oh, it's a wrap. Point blank period, is a wrap. So yeah, we talk about this development, talk about all this stuff. Falls through. I don't know. Like, just as much as they tell me, that's all I know. You know what I'm saying? So that doesn't happen.
Although her acting opportunities with Disney were pushed to the side a bit, she did get to release a few songs and even an EP on Hollywood Records from 2012 to 2014. Her debut was called Holla at the DJ, which I like vaguely remember, sort of, kind of. Like, I feel like I remember seeing the video, but I don't remember the song that much. And then she released an EP called Made Of, which reached the top 10 on Billboard's Heat Seeker chart, so not a total flop, but also not super commercially successful. But unfortunately, in 2014, Coco was dropped from Hollywood Records, and this is where a sort of decline in her career started. She wasn't getting booked for as many roles, she wasn't appearing on Disney anymore, and also she was kind of entering that age. She was around 16 at the time. She was kind of like aging out of the Disney machine anyways, going on to be an adult, but she wasn't booking too many adult roles, and she just got dropped from the label. She really started to see kind of adversity in her career. She started to face challenges. Now, from 2014 to around 2020, Coco really went like radio silent. She still released some singles independently here and there, even an EP or two. She wasn't having major roles in a lot of like big name films. She was in one film for Netflix, but it didn't make a lot of noise. She booked a Fanta commercial in like 2018, but it's just a commercial. She wasn't having a lot of mainstream big roles like a lot of past Disney stars did, like, Selena Gomez or Miley Cyrus. She wasn't living up to their standards, which not to say she has to, because those standards are incredibly high, but Coco just was not thriving in the way that she should have based off of her talent, her look, and her abilities. Now, like I mentioned, she was still releasing music here and there, and in 2018 and 2019 specifically, she came back with an EP, but it didn't really see much commercial success. At this time, Coco Jones was sadly just a vague memory for most people of childhood nostalgia, of that show that they used to watch, growing up. But that was until Coco Jones took to YouTube in 2020, and she took the world by storm and grabbed everyone's attention right back up when she released her video explaining what her story was, what happened to her in Hollywood, how she was sidelined in the industry. She told it all, and it really grabbed people's attention, probably partially in part because of that viral clip that I showed at the beginning. But after that video dropped, this leads us to the comeback. Coco Jones's rise again. So like I mentioned, that video really grabbed people's attention again because most people have forgotten of Coco Jones, but that video really grabbed them in. It was like a half hour long, and she really just went into detail and did not hold back, explaining everything that happened to her in the industry, where she's at now in her life, and just what she plans to do moving forward. One of the big things she really hit on in this video, which I'm really not qualified to speak on, so I'll insert a clip of her speaking of it herself, is colorism in the industry that she faced.
At a really young age, it registered to me that the girls who always got the job were lighter than me. And I didn't really know how to take that because for me, I wanted the job so much that I kind of think I desensitized myself to that, but it was really suppressed in me to the point where when I would see like a light-skinned girl, I would automatically assume her personality, like what she thinks of me. And I didn't even know I would do that because, I've been experiencing that since I was a little kid. It wasn't until I went to therapy that I would say little things like, oh yeah, it'll probably be her. She'll probably get it. She's light skinned, And my therapist would be like, who is telling you that you're underqualified? I'm like, well, come on. Like, it was just so second nature to me until somebody stopped me and was like, the things that you're saying are trauma. That is not truth,
Like I said, after dropping this video, it kind of renewed interest in Coco's career, and it left a lot of people with that like nostalgic feeling and that feeling of what could have been. She was so talented, like she really should have gotten better. So people were really kind of tuned in to see like, can she capitalize on this moment, and what can we do to help her moving forward? Now, another thing that this video helped her do because of that meme going viral was really help her build her online following, specifically on TikTok where the sound was super viral, but it helped her build an online following of fans to help support her along in her career from that point forward. Although that video came out in 2020, the real comeback did not start until 2021 when Coco was casted as Hillary in the Peacock series Bel-Air, which if you don't know is like a reimagined version of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, which is an extremely popular show. So her being cast in a role this big was really huge for her career. The show officially premiered in February of 2022 to fan excitement and much success, and this is really when all the pieces of Coco Jones's career started falling in place. Everything was lining up and the blocks were starting to connect because in the very next month, March of 2022, Coco announced that she had signed a new record deal to Def Jam Records. She released her major label debut single called Caliber that same year to pretty mediocre response, but it wasn't until she dropped the second single from her EP titled ICU that she really shot into that mainstream stardom again. Let me tell you, this song really took over because it was charting on Billboard, which had never really happened for Coco Jones before. It was all over TikTok, all over Twitter. People were talking about it all over Twitter. And once again, she was mentioned in that conversation of, oh, whatever happened to that girl? OMG, this is her now. Like, oh, this can't be the same Coco Jones that was on Disney Channel releasing this song. Like, people were excited and people really enjoyed the music, which helped garner attention for her EP titled What I Didn't Tell You, which is a great EP, by the way. If you guys have not listened to it, please go listen to it because it's slap. Some of my favorites are ICU, Headline. I love Headline. It's probably my favorite. Put You On, Plan B. They're all great songs. Just go listen to the EP. But around this time, things really started to look up for her and her career. In 2024, Coco Jones performed the national anthem in front of 60,000 people at WrestleMania 40 in Philadelphia. She was featuring on songs with more established artists like Lotto, Future, Babyface. And she even won her first Grammy. That's right, at the 2024 Grammy Awards, Coco received 5 nominations, including Best New Artist, Best R&B Album, Best R&B Song, Best R&B Performance, and Best Traditional R&B Performance, where she took home the win for Best R&B performance, with ICU officially making our girl a Grammy winner. Also in 2024, Coco even went back to her old stomping grounds at Disney when she partnered with them to do a reimagined version of Almost There from Princess and the Frog.
I was almost there, almost there. People would come from everywhere. I was almost there.
Now, after all these years, Coco Jones is finally gearing up to release her debut album because she's done a lot of EPs, a lot of singles, but she's never given us an actual album. And she finally is. It's set to release on April 25th, 2025, so less than a month away, and it's supposed to be titled Why Not More. Now, she has released several singles from this project, which are pretty good. She's released songs like Here We Go, Uh-Oh, which is my personal favorite. It's a bop, y'all. And the most recent single she released, You, is also a bop. I've had that one on repeat. But the song Here We Go also gained her 2 more nominations at this year's Grammy Awards, which she unfortunately lost to Money Long and SZA, so you really can't be that mad because they're all extremely talented artists. But I love that song, so it kind of sucks that it didn't win the Grammy Awards it was nominated for. It was nominated for Best R&B Song and Best R&B Performance, but like I said, unfortunately she did not take home the win. But it seems like overall, Coco has really fine-tuned her artistry, fine-tuned her sound. She's really putting out things that people are enjoying. She's seeing that more mainstream success, and it looks like she's only heading up and up and up and up. Coco's story is one of facing adversity and challenges in the industry, a story of facing colorism and overcoming it. She's always advocated for staying true to herself and staying true to what you believe in and only doing things that you are comfortable with. And it worked out for her in the end because she became very successful in her music career and her acting career, taking on big roles yet again and touching the Billboard charts and winning Grammy Awards. Like, I'm sure it's everything that little Coco would have dreamed of. But I find her story to be extremely inspiring for anyone on the come up in their career, and I think we all can learn something from Coco's tenacity.
For me personally, I'm not judging anybody who's doing their thing and getting to their money that way. But I personally, I'm not getting naked for y'all. I'm sorry. I'm not. That's not me. That's not me. I'm not saying anything too crazy for y'all. Not for a check, not for me. That's just not me. Everybody has their own them. That's them. But I got to be me. And so I'm looking at these opportunities like, okay, I could really pop out on y'all. I could really pop out. But then am I going to be able to look in the mirror? Is it going to be worth this check? Is it going to be worth the 15 minutes of fame? Because I already seen that's fleeting. I already seen these people don't really care about me unless I'm on. I already know. So I'm going to do this for y'all. Y'all don't know me.
So that is the rise and fall and rise again of Coco Jones. Thank you all so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe. Like I said, we're so close to 500. Please help me hit my goal. I will be so thankful for you. Let me know if you enjoyed the video in the comments below. Let me know if I forgot any big moments in her career. Let me know if you didn't like the video, because I will clap back if you leave me hate comments. I ain't no punk bitch. And please let me know if you have any topics you'd like to see me cover in the future. I'd be happy to look into them and maybe even make a video on it if I find the topic interesting enough. So thank you all so much for watching. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye. Mwah.
So they're like, graduate early, you're out. All right, bet. That's what I'm doing. All I'm doing is homeschool. All I'm doing is classes. And boy, did I cheat like a mug. I didn't learn a thing in high school. And don't come for me. I don't care. I didn't learn a thing. Sorry, y'all. I had to go. I had to pursue my dreams. I was on Google like a mug. Anybody who's in high school, I got some links for y'all. Okay.